Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. My name is Deb. Hey, have you been intrigued by the Olympics lately? I've got two books that can really give you some information about the history and some of the previous medal winners. One is called Chronicle of the Olympics 1896 to 1996, and the other is Olympics, a history of the games. Both of these have just wonderful pictures and then record lists. If you're a trivia buff, these are perfect books to look at. So, Chronicle of the Olympics and Olympics, a history of the games. Do you ever wonder how they do the scoring in figure skating, or what's behind the history of figure skating? Here's a book for you, The Story of Figure Skating by Michael Boo. It's comprehensive and entertaining and includes some biographies of some of the stars of this elegant, graceful sport. The Story of Figure Skating. One Olympic sport that's coming into prominence is curling. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a curling match. I know I haven't. I do know there's a curling club in Fargo-Moorhead and here in Detroit Lakes. And I used to have a roommate in college who was a curler from a town in North Dakota. Anyway, like all the dummies books, here's one about curling for dummies. If you're interested in this sport, which, by the way, can be played by anyone of any age and really is relatively inexpensive, check out Curling for Dummies. Wanting to know other rules of games like the aforementioned curling and figure skating? Here's a book you might want to check out, the Sports Rules book. It includes rules from everything from alpine skating, archery, to lacrosse, taekwondo, weightlifting, and wrestling. The Sports Rules book. This is a new addition to our library. Not to leave Minnesotans out, here's one written by Ross Bernstein called 60 Years and 60 Heroes. I've been glancing through this book. One thing I find is a little difficult, the print size is small, must be my age. But I was fascinated by some of the stories of the heroes in Minnesota. For instance, and let me find this page, Janet Carvinen, a relatively local girl. I remember watching Janet in high school, and just reading her story is fascinating. And of course, some of the heroes of baseball are featured here. Tony O, Kent Herbeck, Kirby Puckett, as well as from the other sports. Football's Alan Page, hockey's Herb Brooks. Just really a fascinating book by Ross Bernstein, 60 Years and 60 Heroes. Ross Bernstein has also given us a book about ice hockey, Frozen Memories, celebrating a century of Minnesota hockey. You might want to check this one out too if you're a hockey fan. If you're working on your bucket list, here's something you might want to take a look at. 100 sporting events you must see live. Of course, it includes the Olympics, Super Bowl, World Series, Special Olympics, just all kinds, and Westminster Dog Show. I thought that one would be fun. So here's for your bucket list, 100 sporting events you must see live. Check out these and all our other new arrivals at the library.